blessed day, you guys. And as you all know, it ain't Wednesday, but it's a word. Give God some praise. Give God some praise. All right. Give me a little bit. It's my birthday. All right. Let's get into it. Y'all, I woke up this morning praying, like, you know what, God? I just want to spend this day with you. You know, just let's get some lunch together and let me just be with you today. And a friend of mine sent me some money for lunch yesterday before it was my birthday. He was like, here, lunch is on me. So thank you, my guy, because you didn't have to do it, but you did. Thank you for thinking about me. And good friend. Okay, guys, so the 4th of July is my birthday. So if you hear fireworks going off, you probably can't hear it, but I hear them. You know, excuse that. You guys know how they get on the 4th. But yeah, so how did chapter 11 end? The Ammonites declared war against Israel and everybody went into a panic, and it was like, go get Jephthah. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew my boy could get down with the get down, right? So, and he was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? They was like, hey, we'll make you chief if you come fight for us. And he was like, declare before the Lord and everybody out here so y'all know. You know what I'm saying? His biggest thing was, I'm just as good as y'all. I deserve the honor just like y'all deserve the honor. I came from the same sect you came from, right? And yeah, so he got uppity. He was like, okay, when I win this, I'm gonna dedicate the first thing that walk out of my house door to the Lord as a burnt offering. And I always wondered, like, did you have a dog? Did you have maids? Because what did you think was just gonna walk out of your house door, bruh? And it was his daughter, his only child. He had no sons, no other daughters. He just had her. And when he seen her, he just dropped to his knees, ripped his clothes, like, Lord, why? You know what I'm saying? And told her, you know, you have brought me such grief. You know what I'm saying? And his daughter, loving her father, she didn't make him go back on his word. She said, okay, Dad. Since God has answered your prayers. You know, she knew how important this was to her daddy. She probably heard all the time him talking junk about how they didn't accept him. The Lord answered your prayers. You are mighty. You are great. Everybody who laughed at you are now looking up to you. I'm going to do this for you. She gave her life for her father. She just asked him for 2 months up in the mountains to cry with her homegirls because I ain't going to never be a wife. I ain't going to never lose my virginity. I ain't going to never have kids. Like, I'm going to die. And that story, it just hurts me. Because so many people want to be accepted and the depths they would go to just to be accepted when God accepts you from birth. Chapter 12, verse 1. The men of Ephraim mustered and crossed the Jordan of Zaphon. They said to Jephthah, why did you march to fight the Ammonites without calling us to go with you? We'll burn your house down over you. Jephthah answered them, I and my people were in a bitter conflict with the Ammonites, and I summoned you. But you didn't save me from them. When I saw that you were no saviors, I risked my life and advanced against the Ammonites, and the Lord delivered them into my hands. It's crazy how people can see you going through stuff. People can see you going through stuff down on your luck and be like, call me if you need me. Bro, you see me over here struggling? You see me over here without? How about offer your services? And then when I called you and asked you, hey, can I borrow this until Tuesday? You called me on Thursday to make sure I ain't really need it. Oh, I'm just trying to see if you really needed that. You never really wanted to be there for me in the first place. Quit volunteering that fake love. Because we ain't here for it. Like Jephthah said, when I called you, you ain't no savior. You ain't there for me. And then they try to beat you mad. Like, how you gonna try to burn down my stuff over me, but when I called you, you ain't come? Jephthah gathered all the men of Gilead and fought the Ephraimites. The men of Gilead defeated the Ephraimites. Because what you're not gonna do is try to come over here and bully me. You know what I'm saying? People love when they Billy bad behind. You know what I'm saying? Because the tribe of Ephraim was known to be Billy bad behind. You know what I'm saying? They want to step down on something. It don't matter what it is. They want everybody to call them because they ready to just get into something. But I love when the bully get beat. I love when the bully get beat. Y'all over here talking all this mess. We done caught on y'all. Y'all went there and now y'all want to fight us? Okay. But God with me, baby. You forgot about that. See, because you're an Israelite too, you seem to have forgotten that God shows favor to those who follow him. God showed favor to Jephthah and got Ephraim up out of there talking big. They said, you Gileadites are nothing but fugitives from Ephraim. Being in Manasseh is like being in Ephraim. Let's talk about that for a second. Now, Manasseh and Ephraim are brothers. Manasseh is actually the eldest of Ephraim, but Jacob favored Ephraim more. He even blessed Ephraim before he blessed Manasseh. You know what I'm saying? That's the family doing what a family do, right? But anyway, so Ephraim like, this is my brother's territory. If you're in his territory, you're in my territory. 12:5. The Gileadites held the fords of the Jordan against the Ephraimites. And when any fugitive from Ephraim said, let me cross, the men of Gilead would ask him, are you an Ephraimite? He said no. And if he said no, Then they would say to him, say Shibboleth. But he would say Sibboleth, not being able to pronounce it correctly. Yeah, they wrong for that. That's like being in a room with a murderer and they kill everybody and go tickle everybody's feet. Please just let me pass. I don't know how to say Shibboleth. Thereupon they would seize him and slay him by the fords of the Jordan. 42,000 Ephraimites fell at that time. 42,000. Please leave Jephthah alone, man. Y'all ain't took enough. Y'all ain't took enough. Jephthah led Israel 6 years. And Jephthah the Gileadite died, and he was buried in one of the towns of Gilead. After him, Abzan? Yeah, let me look up the name so I can say it right. After him, Ibzan of Bethlehem in Zebulun led Israel. He had 30 sons, and he married off 30 daughters outside the clan. He brought in 30 girls outside of the clan for his sons. At least it what it says, but don't sound like they were people of their nation either. I don't know. Let's keep going. Don't remember, y'all, years and years have passed. Years have passed since people used to be like, bring me a woman of my nation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, years and years. Maybe 100 years has passed since then, so. Or more, who knows. He led Israel 7 years. Then he died and was buried in Bethlehem. Hold on, that's a letter I wrote to the Lord. 12:11. After him, Elon the Zebulunite led Israel. He led Israel for 10 years. Then Elon the Zebulunite died and was buried in Aijalon in the territory of Zebulun. After Elon, Abdon, son of Hillel the Pirathonite, led Israel. He had 40 sons and 30 grandsons who rode on 70 jackasses, and he led Israel for 8 years. All right, then Abdon, son of Hillel the Pirathonite, died. He was buried in Pirathon in the territory of Ephraim on the hill of the Amalekites. It's crazy how, well, not so. This is the end of chapter 12, because I'm listening to these names and I'm like, it sounds like Israel disclaimed God again, baby, because the Amalekites in the territory of Ephraim, who just went up against the Amalekites. Why would anybody? But then guess how chapter 13 start? The Israelites again did what was offensive to the Lord. Makes sense. Because I was looking at these last names, I was like, this don't sound right. But it makes sense. Alright guys, so that was the end of chapter 12. Like I said, I do work tonight. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to try to get some rest. Y'all already see how it's going for me on my day. The enemy is watching. The enemy is not pleased with what I've been doing for the Lord. But you can't take what I got for my husband. Because I'm the church and he married the church. I love the Lord, and people don't understand. I'm in a place in my life when stuff try to mount up against me, I rejoice, because baby, that means God got something for me. That means God got something for me. Y'all have a good day. Blessed night. Pray for me. Good prayers. And I denounce any prayers that's trying to come up against me. May it come back on you 70 and 7-fold. And Lord, show favor to those who have shown favor to me. See you guys.